Islands, far from the glamour of La Liga, became the best midfielder in the world. He was just another kid growing up with a ball at his feet and a dream in his heart. Until, at 15, Pedri joined UD Las Palmas. It was a gamble for Las Palmas because he was small, skinny, and quiet. But his football IQ, at that age, it was unreal. By 16, he was already making his professional debut in Spain's second division, a league full of veterans. And yet, Pedri looked like the calmest player on the pitch. That 2019 to 2020 season, he played 36 matches, scored goals, created chances, and showed maturity far beyond his years. Barcelona saw it, and in September 2019, they signed him for just €5 million. At the time, it didn't make headlines, but that deal, it's now considered one of the biggest bargains in modern football history. In 2020, Pedri arrived at Barcelona. He was only 17. No one expected him to play right away. He was supposed to go out on loan. Instead, he stayed, and within weeks, he was starting matches next to Lionel Messi. He played in the Champions League. He played in El Clasico. He didn't just survive, he made Barca better. By the end of that season, Pedri had played 52 matches, more than any other outfield player at the club. And he wasn't just going through the motions, he was dazzling everyone with his balance, vision, and football brain. Then came the summer of a warrior. Spain called him up for Euro 2020. At just 18, Pedri wasn't just part of the squad, he became the main man in midfield. He played every game, every minute, took Spain to the semi-final, and was named Young Player of the tournament. But it didn't end there. A few weeks later, he flew to Tokyo for the Olympics. Again, he played every match. Again, he helped Spain reach the final. Again, he looked like a veteran disguised as a teenager. By the end of that summer, Pedri had played over 70 matches in one season. No other teenager on the planet had done what he just did, which led to injuries. Of course, nobody is built to handle that much football at just 18. The next season, Pedri's body said stop. Muscle injuries, long layoffs, months on the sidelines. People started to ask, was he pushed too far, too fast? But here's the thing, champions aren't defined by how they rise, they're defined by how they respond. And when Pedri returned, he reminded everyone exactly who he was. In the 2022-23 season, under Xavi, he didn't just return, he took control of the midfield again. He didn't need to be flashy, he just needed the ball. Because when the ball is at Pedri's feet, football starts to make sense. And yeah, it's easy to look at stats, goals, assists, and say, wait, how is this guy the best midfielder in the world? He doesn't score as many goals as Bellingham. He doesn't rack up assists like De Bruyne. So how? Well, no other player in Spain has had more total touches than Pedri. No other player has passed the ball forward more times than him. No outfield player has recovered possession more than him. No one has delivered more line-breaking passes into the final third. Even Toni Kroos, Mr. Control himself, had to say it. An ex-Barcelona rival, a legend, a World Cup winner, a 5-time Champions League winner, a man who shared the pitch with Modric, Casemiro, and every other modern midfield great. Toni Kroos said, Pedri is the best midfielder in the world. And still, it feels like we've only seen the beginning, because Pedri Gonzalez isn't just the future of Spanish football, he's the present, the heartbeat, the proof that intelligence, composure, and love for the game still matter in modern football. And yes, if you don't love Pedri, I'm not sure you really love football.